Philippine literature was interrupted when the Philippines was conquered by another country, which is Japan. Literature in English has stopped, and almost all the newspaper in English were also stopped by the Japanese except for the two, the Tribune and the Philippine Review. During this period, some of the Filipino writers who wrote their writings in English was turned to Filipino, just like Juan Laya, because of the strict prohibition of the Japanese regarding to any writing in English. The Weekly YY was placed under a strict surveillance and it was managed by the Japanese named Ishiwara. Filipino literature was given a break during this period. Many of them wrote plays, poems, short stories, and etc. Topics and themes were all about the life and the provinces. There are three poems emerged during this period: the Haiko, Tanaga, and the Kariwang Anyo. Haiko is a poem of free verse that the Japanese like. It is made out of 17 syllables that divided into three. The first line is 5, the second is 7, and the third is 5. Next is Tanaga. Tanaga is like a Haiko, but it is short but it had measure and rhyme. Next is Kariwang Anyo, or the usual form, like those mentioned earlier in the beginning of the chapters of this book. Filipino short story was widened during the Japanese period. Many writers who wrote short stories just like Liwaywar Aseo, Narciso Arceo, and V. Muzales, and many others. There were also winners in the best-selling ratings in 1945, and the winners of three prizes was Narciso Reyes with his Lupang Tinubuan, second prize Liwaywar Arceos, Uhaw sa Tigang ng Lupa, and the third prize was in V.M. Gonzales, Lungsod Nayon at Nagatan. Philippine literature in English during Japanese period in 1941 to 1945 experienced a dark period because of the strict prohibition of the Japanese people against publishing and any writings in English. And there are few who dared to write for their propaganda. A noteworthy writer of the period was Carlos B. Romulo, who won the Pulitzer Prize for his bestsellers I Saw the Fall of the Philippines, I See the Philippine Rise, and His Mother America and My Brother Americans. There were many journalists in this period, just like Salvador P. Lopez, Leon Maria Guerrero, Raul Manglapus, and Carlos Bulusan, and many others. The Commonwealth Literary Awards gave prizes to meritorious writers. Those who won were Like the Mulave by Rafael Zulueta de Costa, How My Brother Leon Brought Home a Wife by Manuel E. Arguila, and Literature and Society by Salvador P. Lopez, and His Native Soul by Juan Laya. President Manuel L. Quezon autobiography The Good Fight was published during the Japanese period.